Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I'm bringing you a message and my eyes feel really heavy and sleepy because I just came out of a hypnosis session. So as you guys know, I am absolutely the guinea pig of all things self-development, and I had an absolutely beautiful human being who's been following my work for a while now, actually reach out to me and offer to add some value back to me and give me something in her expertise, which was a hypnosis session. And I've never, known too much about hypnotherapy or hypnosis, and we all kind of have that kind of concept and perception of hypnosis being the swinging of the watch and people doing crazy stuff on stage or something, and anyway, when she reached out to me, it was kind of an interesting period of time for her to reach out to me, because I've been going through, as you guys know, the work by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and part of the meditations, now that I'm learning about what happens in the brain and why there's different sections of meditation and what we're actually looking to achieve and all that sort of stuff, I now understand that the first section of getting a quality meditation is to do some self-hypnosis, which is really not as crazy as we all think it is. And actually what it is, it's shifting our brainwave patterns from a high frequency, which are called beta brainwaves, which is, kind of like where our analytical mind is, where we're logic and rationale, and we're kind of like, as adults, like consciously in this, beta brainwaves. It's about going through the process of dropping down the frequency of our brainwaves, sort of like how we do exactly like how we do when we go into sleep. We go from those, from the beta brain waves into the alpha brain waves into the theta, which is, I think, from memory, I think this is the ideal brainwave frequency to be in for meditation, for hypnosis. And why? Because what we're trying to do is get beyond the analytical mind, the conscious mind that's only 4 or 5% of the brain's capacity, and we want to tap into the subconscious. Now, in the subconscious, that's really the determiner of our life. All those past memories, all those beliefs, our whole belief system is down there residing in our subconscious. And it is where all of our habitual patterns are, and all those sort of things driving our patterns, our behaviors, our feelings, our emotional states of being. And so, of course, if we want to make a real change in our lives, we have to have a process of tapping into our subconscious mind in order to make some shifts and changes where it really counts, and to actually break through in our conscious reality. So a lot of the work that I do, as you know, is all around the subconscious. And anybody who's been through any of my programs or done any sort of coaching with me absolutely knows that that's what I do. And it's a big part of the work is tapping into that subconscious, because I'm always saying it's our conscious mind that's the goal setter and deciding, well, what is it that I want? But it's actually the subconscious that's the goal getter, and if you don't have an alignment between the subconscious and the conscious, ultimately you're not whatever's going on in the subconscious is going to win out, because it's like 95% of its power is battling only the 5%, right? So that's why we want to be able to have a process that drops us down in the frequency of our brainwaves, to take us beyond the analytical mind, to get us into a place of relaxation where we can actually open up our subconscious and play around down there. And so, so today, like I said, was my first ever experience with a hypnosis session. And it was really amazing, and it was brilliant. And for me, it really stacked upon the work that I'm currently doing with Dr. Joe Dispenza in these meditations. And so it was an amazing experience that I kind of went down through, relaxation, and this beautiful one processed me down into this relaxation sort of state. And then from there, the subconscious works in pictures, in visualization, in using our creativity, in envisioning and imagination. And so the language of the subconscious mind is symbolism, so she took me through this process of really kind of envisioning myself tapping into and kind of walking into this room that is my subconscious. And based on what she knew I wanted to kind of work on, she got me kind of doing different things that would allow me to kind of break through some of the limiting beliefs and limiting parts of what I want to change in my subconscious, and kind of turn up the dial on what I really want to step more into. So for me personally, I decided that I really wanted to work on what I'm always working on, which is to turn up the volume on my internal wisdom, my self-belief, my self-confidence, my self-esteem, all those great things, and turn down the volume on the external world, everybody's judgments, opinions, and the multitude of different ways of being that other people might want you to be, all that sort of stuff. And because I know that the more I tap into that solidity of my belief in myself and what inspires me most authentically, and I start moving in that direction, is the point in time where I become of higher service to everybody outside of me. Instead of trying to mold myself to what other people might want me to be, that's one way of trying to impact others in a positive way, but it's never going to be a good one. And I've learnt that time and time again in terms of being at the expense of your truth, and instead stepping more fully into the truth of who I am, and being guided by that, and not being shaken by other people's judgments or whatever. So that's what we kind of did in this symbolic kind of way in the subconscious, and I just relinquished all need for control and just relaxed fully into it and just gave it my all, and had a really great experience with it. And I'll definitely be reporting back to you guys in the coming days about how that's kind of unfolding, because it's just kind of happened. And so I'll let you guys know, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Have you guys had any sort of experience with hypnosis, or good or bad? Just let me know. I'd be really interested to hear from you guys. I'm also hoping that me sharing this with you might be that kick in the bum a little bit to say, I've never tried it, but maybe I will, and maybe I'll give it a go, and let me know if you're going to do something a little bit different, because I'm a big believer in don't have an opinion on anything until you give it a go. How can you even know, and how can you even have an opinion if you've never had an experience with something? So stay open-minded, give these different things a go, because you just don't know what would work for you. And also, I want to ask you guys, so I recorded this hypnosis session that I went through, and I just kind of the idea popped into my mind as I was having a conversation with this beautiful woman after this hypnosis session. I said, because I'm the guinea pig, and I find, I go through different things, I see what's valuable, and if it's valuable, I want to share it, right? So it just kind of popped into my head, and I asked her, would you be open to me sharing this recording so that people could kind of get a bit of an insight into what a hypnosis session kind of looks like. And so if you guys would be interested in seeing that, let me know, and I'll consider it, just putting it up on YouTube for you guys, and you can check it out. You can watch me get hypnotized and go through that process. If you're interested, let me know. And also, if you guys want to check out the work from this beautiful woman, I really highly recommend it. So you'll get some access to her details, I'm sure. So let me check in with you guys. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments, or like I said, just let me know your experience, and I want to check in. So I've got Sam and Tanya, awesome, and Ram and Lisa, yay, Lisa's in the house, and Misty and Gabrielle, and thank you so much, Sam. Yes, I'm feeling like my eyes feel like they are so heavy. Oh, like I need to wake up again. And hello to you, Lisa, my beautiful woman who actually presented me with this gorgeous gift of hypnosis today. So thank you to you, beautiful. You're my muse today, and definitely yeah, definitely an amazing experience. I forgot what I was going to say. So, Alexandria is in the house. I love it. And Bradley and Sam, wow, how was the hypnosis experience? Curious. I'll do sometime. Absolutely. I think, Sam, you would find it really a great experience. If you haven't done it already, I'd really highly recommend doing it. And Brian, my first hypnosis session is in August. I'm excited. Very cool, Vanessa. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. I love hearing that, Brian. Yeah, you know, I was saying, that's what I was going to say. You know, it wasn't something that I've ever kind of planned on going into. I've always been kind of curious, but I've not had much knowledge or information about really what it is. And that's what I was saying to beautiful Lisa. I said, this is probably the greatest gift that you could give to me is an opportunity to experience something that will help me grow and progress. And that's exactly what it was. So thank you, Lisa. So much love for you. And I look forward to hearing about your experience, Brian. So cool. And Elf's in the house, and Randy, yay, and Kay, hello. And Alexandra, Vanessa, our friend Charles and I are listening, also learning the process of switching brainwaves to get into meditative state. Definitely new and enlightening territory. Absolutely. And hello to awesome Charles. So good to have you both here. And yeah, so that's really, to me, it's really interesting. And I think so many of us can like put up a wall like hypnosis, like, are you kidding? Or whatever the thing is that we're just, it's unknown territory and we're not sure if it's real. And so for any of you guys out there who feel like you're pretty analytical and you're pretty skeptical about things, I'd highly recommend getting into the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, who brings the science to back this stuff so that you can, you know, take down the walls and get value from these sort of processes, which are actually, there's a lot of science behind a lot of it. And so if you're somebody who's skeptical, I challenge you to learn what's going on with the science behind this sort of stuff. In terms of the brainwave frequency, I direct you straight to Dr. Joe Dispenza because I think that, you know, he does it brilliantly. And then you might just become open to the things that will add another layer of your personal development. And one of them may just be hypnosis. So I love that. And I love that you guys are on that journey. And Tara's here, and Dawn, yay, and Jamantis, and Diaz, and Ashley, and Terry, awesome. And Alexandra, glad you tried the hypnosis and got so far into the subconscious and creativity. Great receptivity to be. Thank you so much, Alexandria. Absolutely, I gave it my all. And Jolene's here, and Terry. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for the power all the way to sunny Spain. I always love you tuning in and bringing some sunshine from beautiful Spain, Terry. And Jonty's here, and Andre, and Samentio. Hope I said your name right. And Alexandra, key to the door of inspiration and freedom. Absolutely. And totally got to get into that door of the subconscious. I love it. And Sam, what things do you want to change in your subconscious on top of amplifying internal volume? Yeah, so for me, it was literally just, I don't know when you wrote that question, but I'll just answer it again if it's a bit more in depth. So for me, it's really just getting out of some patterns of anxiety and, you know, that can get me kind of worrying about like time or worrying about, you know, if I'm getting back to people quickly enough or I'm letting people down maybe in that realm or you know, just worry and concern about like, am I progressing enough? You guys know by now how much I'm just so focused on action and progress and results and really, really feeling that and, you know, and not losing myself to the external, which had been a pattern of mine, which I have overcome immensely. But like I'm always saying to you guys, there is always another level. So for me, it's part of the reason why I'm about to go off to Europe. Albeit that now the first part of the trip is going to be with people, but by the time I get to that solo part of the trip, it's not going to be until October. But, you know, that's the reason I decided to do that was, you know what, I just want to take out all of the external filters. I just want to remove the next layer of that so that I can really strengthen my internal wisdom and internal world from that that place. To me, I don't think that there is anything more powerful than doing that as a general rule for any of us. And it kind of gets rid of all the surface level fears that we think we have, not being good enough about something, fear of rejection, whatever our surface level fears that we all experience as human beings are. I think that if we can ultimately tap into that true core internal wisdom, inspiration, whatever you want to call it, and be guided from a place of strength from that place, it kind of just wipes out the slate. It's like go for the domino effect and start there. So I hope that answers that for you, Sam, and Emma's here, and Sanula, and George, and yes, Sam, you want me to share that video? Awesome. I'll look to do that. And Alexandra, yes, share the record of your hypnosis session. It'll be interesting. Yes, I should check it out myself too. And Brian, totally interested in that session. Vanessa, please do. Awesome. And Lisa, thank you, Vanessa. You are the perfect subject. I love that, Lisa. And Lisa, I will, it seems like people want to see our hypnosis session. So I know you said that you'd be cool with it. Might be cool if you could shoot me over your website where people could potentially have the same experience with you. Shoot me a message if you could, Lisa. Let me know those details, or drop them here as well so people can check you out. But definitely so that I can link it to, I'll upload our session onto YouTube and make sure that I have your link so that people can go through that beautiful process with you, Lisa. So definitely let me know. And Roxana's in the house. Yay. And Mark, Joe Dispenza is incredible. Absolutely. I can't wait to get to some of his events and to go through a couple of his courses as well. So yes, I love that, Mark. And Sally, I have never actually had an official hypnosis session with anyone, but I did do a self-hypno birthing course when I was expecting my last and third child. I loved it and had an amazing experience with my birth, so I'm very open to hypnosis and learning more. I put the music on the other day and it put me straight into the relaxed mode. Awesome and amazing. I love that. That's so cool, and thanks so much for sharing that, Sally. And you know what was really funny? I was having a conversation with Lisa, the hypnosis specialist, and a few things that we were having a conversation with, I was like, oh, okay, you're putting words to actually a lot of the work that I've been doing with my clients in terms of regression therapy and timeline therapy and different versions of tapping into the subconscious. So it was really cool to kind of hear that perspective from her as well, because that's the courses that I've been doing this year. Have been really guiding people into a state of hypnosis so that they can tap into their subconscious and make some shifts and changes, empower themselves and break free from the past and those limiting beliefs and influences and all sorts of stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff, and I'm actually heading up to Sydney to do the third of my courses for this year, all around matrix therapies, which incorporate, I didn't know this, but now I'm starting to learn that basically a lot of it is utilizing the power of hypnosis and timeline regression and NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, all sorts of things, but merging into what we call matrix therapies. So I can't wait to share more about that with you guys, and I love that you've had some of that experience, Sally. That's awesome. And Sam, was hypnosis face-to-face or virtual online? It was virtual, so we got into a Zoom call, so you guys will see the video recording of it, because Lisa's all the way over in the US and I'm here in Australia, so isn't that cool? And Alexis is here, and Brian, Vanessa, watch this video from Tom Bilyeu. I've actually had the pleasure of interviewing the amazing Tom Bilyeu, amazing soul, and so I can't wait. It's about a former hacker who now turned PhD neuroscientist specializing in brain science. I promise you will gain a ton of insight. It's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, Brian. I can't wait to check out that video. You know what I love. I love it. Thanks, Brian. And Sam, I feel your growth, progress, and business acumen has amplified a lot this year. Your genius and wisdom is so inspiring and empowering, really admirable, sexy, and attractive. Thank you, Sam. I so appreciate that, my friend. And I appreciate that feedback. And definitely that's been the journey that I'm on, and I'm going to continue. So thank you, my friend. So much love for you. and Pedro and Gael and Lisa. Thank you, Vanessa. Awesome. You've got your website there and also your Facebook page. Thank you so much for sharing, Lisa, and I highly recommend you guys to check out her work. She's a beautiful soul, very authentic. You'll be safe, and definitely, have a new experience. Test some of this stuff out. So thank you, beautiful Lisa, and Vicky's here, and awesome. Awesome, I love it. And Gael, Vanessa, I am a master practitioner in hypnosis. It is wonderful, love it. I love hearing that, Gael. So cool. And Andrew's just joined. Anybody just joining me, I really hope that you catch today's recording, and I hope it's valuable, me sharing my first ever experience with some hypnosis. My eyes are still really heavy. I could go to sleep. But I will be sharing more with you guys over the coming days. And I hope that this message encourages you to go out and do something, open your mind a bit, get out there and do some stuff that you might not have been doing. And if you're a skeptic at heart, I challenge you to get into the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm about to jump into my third book of his in about, I don't know, in the last month. I'm just about to start Becoming Supernatural, his latest book. I've been through You Are the Placebo and Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself twice now, going through those meditations and immersing myself in that. And I'll let you guys know how his third book is going. I'm going to start that today. Definitely, yes, Gail, really want to have your feedback with your practice. I love that, Gail. I'll let you know. And Deanna as well, thanks for joining. And guys, I will look to get that recording of my hypnosis session up on YouTube for you guys and link you up. So let me know, keep letting me know you want to see that so I can send you the link. And definitely, as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really hope you're having a beautiful, amazing, extraordinary and empowering day. And I hope today's message has inspired you to do something different and to not have an opinion on something until you actually give it a go and then see how you like it. But know that with a process like hypnosis, the value comes from your openness. And if you're closed off, you won't be able to give that beautiful human being an opportunity to actually open up and take you through that realm of tapping into your subconscious, because you'll have these walls of protection going up and you won't, it's really up to you as the subject as to how suggestible you'll be and therefore how much value you'll get from the process. So definitely give it a go. And awesome, Gael, thanks for letting me know, and much love to you, my friend. I'm signing off, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Let me know if you decide to go through any of those experiences. I'd be really interested to hear from you guys as well. And I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you tomorrow.